Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to VR oh no, wait, that's wrong. Welcome back to Kingspray VR, actually. Just a random off-the-cuff video. Well, not so random, actually. One of you guys commented on the VR Sunday video that I should do a showcase of all the levels in Kingspray VR, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So, I'm gonna try to put up a picture in every level, but yeah, my artistic talent is not of that great value, so it's more about the levels, not about what I put into the levels, not about my art, so yeah, bear with me. Alright, so the first few levels we have done already on our VR Sunday. Now we go into the bunker. Alright, so this is post-commentary. I have not commented this live because I wanted to do a little retro perspective on it, so to speak. I want to think about it before I say something. And first of all, this level, it seems kind of bugged. There's like a few lights in these levels that should illuminate the wall, but they don't. They kind of buggy illuminate the ground, and I'm not quite sure if that is how it's supposed to be. I highly doubt it, because it looks very weird, very strange. Luckily you can equip a flashlight in your left hand, which I didn't know about. If you press the button on top of the trackpad, the one above it, then you equip a flashlight. So that is the only thing that actually helped me to make anything in this level visible, because everything else didn't work. The portable light didn't work, the light on the wall that you can turn off and on didn't work. So yeah, that was kind of buggy. Maybe they should fix that potentially. Maybe I'm gonna look up if I can send a bug report of some sort. So yeah, let's move on to the next level. Alright, beginning with this level, we're going to see what I like to call abstract levels, which means they only contain one or like two objects that you can paint on. And this is called the truck. So you got this Infect Ape truck that you can graffiti on. You can only graffiti on one side of it, but still a large amount of space you can graffiti over. I think this is kind of cool, you know, because you can kind of like design maybe like an ad on a truck side, maybe you can use it for that, you know. Of course, I was inspired by Infected Ape and made male chimp. Chimp that transports males, because why not? That's how it goes. Alright, all in all, I think this is a very cool level, design-wise. Really like it. Alrighty, next up is spray cans. This is very interesting. So you have these two spray cans you can spray on, and I really like this because you can maybe design your own can or something like that. Also, because it's a very round object, you have to like stretch your image around these round objects, which is like a challenge, so to speak, because it's not just a flat surface you can paint on. So yeah, because I'm such a funny person, I just decided to do spray and pray. How fitting, isn't it? Alright, all in all, this again, very cool level, cool idea, and I can recommend this one. Alright, this is some kind of shutter door, like of a garage or maybe a store. So this is kind of interesting because of the texture of, or the structure of the door, because there's these like grooves in it, these up and downs, which make painting a bit more difficult. So this is kind of interesting. So you can kind of learn to make straight lines and make good looking characters, good looking letters, despite of these grooves, which I think is very important if you want to, you know, be good at this, I suppose. And yeah, all in all, very simple but interesting. This one is kind of the same as in the one before, that it has a very unusual and kind of difficult structure. It's these kind of, I don't know how do you say it in English. There's like these wavy metal bits, and painting on these wavy metal bits is actually quite difficult, especially if you want to do letters, because they tend to come out very wavy and curvy, which is an interesting effect, but of course, depending on what you want to do, that is not really intended. You know, you have to deal with that. So again, this is very interesting to try out techniques, I suppose, and to try to, so to speak, conquer this unusual surface. I really like it. Very well done. Alright, just a few words on this one because it's very simple. It's just a wall with a little bit of texture and grooves on the wall, but nothing too dramatical, so I'll not waste a lot of words. This is a very simple wall. Just use it to do simple paintings, or maybe do, you know, sketches, I suppose you could do on this. It's just very simple, very straightforward. Poop. Now, this one, the hat. I really like this one. Basically, this allows you to design your hat, your own hat. And it comes with a bit of added functionality. You have these 3 cubes next to it that you can spray on with your can, and they will change the color of the hat, at least the color of the part of the hat that you cannot spray on normally, you know? So that is very interesting. And I guess if you want to design like a cap of some sort, this is exactly a very nice way to do it. Also, you have a little model of your cap next to you, which allows you to view the cap in like a normal size, so to speak, which is very interesting again. And all in all, this is very cool. Alright, the next level is called the truck, and yeah. You see there's an error message. It says the game has crashed. And I was, of course, in VR. I didn't see that. And the game actually ran still for, I think, like 20 minutes or something, before I, for some reason, took off the VR goggles to check something, and then I saw it. So I'm very sorry, I cannot really do anything about this, but to showcase the level, it's enough, so to speak. But this is a really weird crash, and I don't know. It says it has crashed, and as soon as I clicked OK on the message, it actually crashed, but not beforehand, so that's very interesting. But about the level. The level is a truck, well, standard truck, I suppose, and it has kind of a big area you can spray on. And again, you can design like an interesting design on a truck, like an ad or something, or a cool design for a truck. There's a lot you can do here, or you can just, you know, use it to do random stuff, I suppose. But I think it is really cool. If you want to design your own truck, that's the exact level you need. Alright, the next few ones I'm gonna do very quickly because they're simple and they don't need a lot of explanation. First up is a level called Brick 1, which is, well, exactly what it says on the tin. It's a brick wall. Simple. Of course, there's a bit of structure behind it, you know, the brick structure, which makes it kind of interesting, I suppose, but there's not a lot to this level. But it's a brick wall, and that makes it perfect spraying ground, I suppose. The next one is kind of similar, but it's bigger. So if you have real big ambitions, real big projects, or just want one wall you can fill with several images, then this is, well, exactly the wall for you, I suppose. Also, yes, I'm childish. Forgive the pun. Very sorry. Alright, the next one is a concrete rock bit, basically. This is interesting because it has, again, some unusual structures, and it's very irregular in its structure. But other than that, again, very simple, and it's something different because it's not just like a uniform wall, it's just a block of stone. But yeah, not much to say about this one. This is simple in its core design, but it's actually very interesting. It's a huge wall, or a very long wall actually. So again, if you have a huge project or just want to fill this whole wall with your little pictures, I mean, that's a boatload of space you have to fill. So this can be quite challenging. If you want to fill up the whole wall, that could be very interesting to do. Also, you could do like really big pictures. You could do like the Last Supper, you know, the picture, the Last Supper. You could totally do this on this wall. It would totally fit. So yeah, of course I'm just not good enough to actually do that. So watch me draw random squiggly lines. Alright, this is called Subway Walls, and it's exactly what it says. It's subway walls. And the interesting part here, of course, is that you have these metal beams between the sections you can spray on, which means you can either do like one big picture that is separated by these iron like separators, or you can do several pictures. So this could be, for example, interesting in multiplayer. You give every player like one square bit they can paint on, because they're of the same size. It is like a competitive thing, you know? Everybody has its own square and they can paint, and then in the end you vote on who has done the best picture. So this is actually a level that is quite good for that. Even though the problem is you don't have enough like objects to stand upon, so 4 players can paint at the same time, so that's maybe not optimal, but yeah. And now here I finally noticed the crash, and I open it up again, and well, the last level, actually it didn't even record that for some reason. So the game is still kinda buggy, and yes, it is the game, not my recording software. Believe me, I checked. And to be fair, there's not much to say about the last level. It's just a plain wall again. So all in all, the levels are very interesting. Of course, the 4 base levels that we have seen in VR Sunday are just interesting environments around the walls you can spray on, but there's nothing else to that. It's just a cooler environment at all. But these abstract levels with these special objects in them, they're kind of interesting. I especially like the hats, and I like the subway walls and the truck. I really think these are very cool. Also the spray cans, of course, they're very nice. And I think there's a lot of playgrounds, so to speak, for you to take out your artistic expertise, so to speak. And you know, it could be more interesting. You could put in more levels, and actually what I would like is levels like the rooftop scene with several walls you can paint on, you know, that you don't just have one dedicated painting wall per level. That would be very cool. Of course, the dream would be an open world city where you could just paint everywhere. That would be the frickin' dream, but I understand there might be some technical limitations to that, so yeah. All in all, it's very interesting to see all these levels, and I hope you had fun watching them, and I hope my paintings were not too cringeworthy and too bad. Well, anyways, sadly you couldn't see what I painted last. I just painted on the wall. Thank you for watching. See you next time. And that's what I'm gonna end with. So yeah, thanks guys, and take care.